nada.
My friends, for Alexander the Innocent.
LOL.
Killed by
Keep your eyes peeled for a dreamer.
vile,
Ramos the Wanderer promised he'd be here.
a valiant warrior against the void. Taken too early. All hope destroyed.
An elf sways on her chair, her eyes focused on the counter in front of her, where she has 6 glasses in a row. With the nails of 2 fingers, she's pressing red welts into her forearm. She slides one of the drinks towards you, her head bobbling heavily on her neck as she nods at the sparkling ale.
Eu vou pegar o número 2. Então, dizer que ela tá com uma aparência meio estranha. Melhor ela parar de beber. Ok, eu vou beber.
Nothing like a glass of the good stuff to smudge everything into a pretty shape.
Oh yeah.
She slides another glass of ale toward you. Its contents sparkle in the dim barlight.
Bottoms up.
Vou ficar bêbado, não vou. Eu disse que ia sair e tô aí bebendo com a elfa no bar. Parece um jogo de RPG.
Cheers to you, me, and
Her gaze swivels around the room.
Damien's dull knife. This place is horrible. Never mind. Cheers to you. Another.
Alright. A good shot in beer. Realize I should stop drinking, really. This vision nearly numb, but the first 2 drinks are hitting your heart. Being bold to take the glass and swallow down the ale inside. Not at the glass, uncertain of whether she take it. Screw up your face and look at. Okay, 4.
What do you mean?
Say it's the way she talks, you mistake her for a dwarf. Didn't know better. Old sage, you've never known an elf to do a thing like drink alone at the bar. 2.
These are changing times, or
She raises a glass and glances at yours on the bar.
changing times.
Eu vou beber mais.
Ah, down the old house. Oh, reckon that was. Reckon that was. Reckon a 1 2 minute.
My sorcerers, a most vile incident.
Dwarf and an elf
Valiant warrior
dwelt. Wheel of the good stuff.
all hope
And another thing.
Levanta aí, moço.
most divine.
Huh? Oh, you look thirsty.
She taps her fingernail on the glass of amber ale she offered you before. It's
Come on, have a drink. Drink or Oh, reckon that was.
I know what you're getting at. I just to say sorcerer's lore in those void walking.
And another thing. And another thing.
And if the Magisters
My
told
friends,
you jump off a tall
for
bridge,
Alexander the Innocent. Killed by sorcerers, a most vile incident. A
You'll know
valiant
my
warrior
mum.
against
You'll know my mum.
taken to
her prim woman in a starched apron wipes a glass with a clean rag. She pins you with blue, steel-sharp eyes as you approach the bar.
Blessings upon our Lucian, 7 times divine.
And the 7 blesses upon us in the
The
servant.
soft lines of her face fold into a warm smile. She sets the glass on the counter and pours you a generous portion of an amber liquor.
I see your mother raised you very well indeed. Rare for a lizard, but all the more impressive. You and my nails might even get along. What brings you to
You
Driftwood, darling?
and my Nylas? Who's Nyla?
Yes, that's my boy. Did you know him? Finest physician in all of Reaper's Coast. Top of his class. But it's been too long since I've seen him.
Quem era Niles? Ah, era aquele maluco que fazia experimento com os mortos-vivos. Okay, so you knew him indeed. Knew him to be a madman and deviant. Sim.
A deviant? But what do you mean?
Eu vou matar uma interpretar pra ela.
Tell me what you saw.
É verdade, é aquele bicho mesmo. So he had a dung cave he called his playground, where he committed acts of torture for his own gratifications.
Prudence takes up a clean glass and starts to polish it with her rag, rubbing at invisible water spots with zeal.
Told him the Divine punished him for that nonsense if he kept it up. Told him and told him and told him till he couldn't see straight. I should have told him so hard he'd never get back up.
She turns away from you and continues polishing the glass, eyes darting quickly around the bar, focusing on nothing.
Nothing. Not for you.
Eu só falei a verdade, sai fora.
The innkeeper's steely eyes dart around the bar nervously.
Abstinence and chastity. That's what we learned in my home. That's what I taught my boy Niles. Abstinence and chastity.
She looks through you, eyes focused on something far away.
Nothing. Not for you.
Ok, então ela não gosta de mim. Bem, eu matei o filho dela, né? Mas assim.
She
Não tem
nods an
culpa do cara só
uninterested
louco.
greeting.
Here for the fight?
Here for the fight? Which fight? What fight?
This is a tavern. People are drinking. Eventually there'll be a fight. You planning on starting one?
Well, sure, maybe.
Well, I look forward to beating the shite out of you then. Bye now. Till later.
Ela não vai me bater, eu destruo ela mesmo sem arma nenhuma. Quem é esse cara garbando?
Finally! Your colleague over there is absolutely useless.
My colleague? Who's my
I'll
colleague?
go to the house stew, if you please. Oh,
I'm no server.
I've been trying to get a little something to eat all day. But the giggleheads who run this establishment don't seem to be willing to provide a fellow with his fair portion.
after all I've been through, too.
He lowers his gaze, then looks up at you expectantly.
Reluctantly ask him, what's the matter?
His lip trembles dramatically.
It's my mentor. My dear mentor. He was killed by those void beasts. I told him we ought not to travel in the hills, but would he listen? No. Now here I sit, my closest companion gone, our precious cargo worth more than Lucian's right ring, lost to the beast-infested wilds, and the waiter won't even bring me any stew.
Perhaps you could retrieve it?
Ah, then perhaps my luck has changed. Yes, perhaps this awful business might soon be behind me.
Tell me, how are you with, well, Void Woken?
So you've slain them before and you plan to do it again.
Terrific news. Then what I ask will be little more than a trifling. My mentor, Liam, and I were hauling in a goodly number of fine wares from the Southlands when we crossed paths with a great brute of a Void Woken.
It made short work of Liam, may the gods rest his soul. I managed to escape, but my precious cargo was left behind. We'd invested our entire livelihood in those wares. I'll do anything to get them back.
Tell him this is a big ask. Ask how he intends to compensate you.
Very, very well, that's how. That cargo is worth more than a pretty penny, and I'll owe its retrieval to you and you alone.
Nice. Tem alguma coisa contigo? Não.
Now, give me your map. I'll show you just where to look. I doubt those beasts out there have any use of such a cargo. I can't tell you how thoroughly you've made my day. Good luck.
Ok.
Some magisters to look over us.
Indeed. I'm sure they're watching us very carefully.
Sparkle, twinkle, amber.
Hold it. Papa no no, you no go.
He grins, unpleasant.
Loha didn't tell me to let any blushing scale face in, so why should I?
Flirt your eyelashes and ask what time he gets off work later? Não, eu definitivamente não vou flertar com esse anão. Hero, tell him you seek wrongs to right the darkest corners of Riverlong.
It's already mad as a bag of cats down there, and I've no intention of flinging another mangy yowler in there. Scoot! Hey, back away from the stairs or you'll find out exactly why they call me Papa Thrak. You again? I told you to scram once. Don't. You can't buy my friendship, but you can buy 10 seconds of me eyeballs examining the ground for, well, let's say, a small fortune. You look like you'd be good for it.
He pockets the coin and gazes dramatically.
Uou. Ok. Eu não sei o que tem aqui embaixo.
I've spotted something.
Bom. Que diabos foi isso que eu tirei? Alt. Open. Lixo. Oh. Moças, pessoas.
Look at that. Good to meet you, Governor. What's your poison then? A sip or a smoke? Aye, so it is. But not just any druid now. Oh no. Further down's the arena, see? And the gladiators are always on the lookout for an edge. I give them that edge. You could say that my darling herbs flower in the flesh and blossom in the brain. So, if you're interested, Governor, all you have to do is use your imagination. How can I make you bloom?
Bem, eu não quero ervas especiais que me deem poderes. Uma galera por aqui.
What do you
Aloha.
want? Boss is busy. Good. Boss could use some good news. Listen up. Don't waste his time. These are explosive times. Be respectful.
Okay.
I brought you up from girl to woman, Marla. Like you was my own. This.
He lifts his right arm, showing a white bandage beneath his ribs. A wet red spot shows through.
This ain't the thanks I expected. Who sent you?
Oh.
The formidable dwarf slams his fist on the side table. You hear a loud crack.
Enough! Do you know they killed Anhar? Do ya? Start talking sense or I'll take that tongue right out of your mouth and fry it for supper.
Stay quiet.
Bart, Cade, get her to talk or bleed her out. She ain't one of mine anymore.
His sneer travels from the restrained dwarf to you.
And you. You better have a damn good reason for coming here.
We ain't gonna keep you around much longer.
Brave lad, waltzing in here now. I hope for your sake you've got good news for me.
What's got into you?
Family matter. She's one of mine, acting like her brains are scrambled though. Came after me with a knife. Lucky for me, she caught an old wound. Scar slowed down the knife. So, how'd you make it out of Fort Joy?
Sorriu e conta pra ele como foi.
I've got to say I'm impressed. I love a good story. Here's one I heard lately. A group of strangers landed on the beaches outside town. Meister Seaver's people. You one of her little seekers? Chasing down Godwoken and begging them to save us all?
Dois, tell him you are such one such godwoken.
That's so.
He leans back and narrows his eyes, looking you up at...
You know, the order's been going on about Godwoken for an eon now. Voidwoken's still lurking, though. And it's still hauling folks off to the joy. So if you are who you say you are, what's the point of you?
Say that if he wants to find out that something.
Let me guess. Seaver sent you off looking for sorcerers. And it just so happens I can help you. Depending on what you can do for me.
Ask him what he has in mind.
gestures towards the bandage across his side.
Had a bit of family trouble lately. My girl Marla got it in her head to come after me with a short blade. That ain't like Marla. Ain't like her to pull the silent treatment either. Something's going on. And wouldn't you know it, that blade she used wasn't any normal bit of steel. Belonged to another of my people. Guy's name is Mordus. Bit of a loner, but smart as hell. I sent a few guys to go check on him, see if he knew what had got into Marla, but no one can find him. I'd like a word with the guy.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. Ask where to start.
Glad you see it that way. No one's seen him in a good few.
No droga.
I've got some people checking out his house near the tavern now, though. Tell them I sent you, and they'll let you know what they've found. Truth is, they might be glad to see you. Reckon a sorcerer will have better luck finding one of their own. I'm listening. That's right. Lost one of my best lads, Anhar. Didn't get Jalia's body back, though. Maybe one of them beasts took her like they did the sorcerers.
Say you met her there. She survived, but seemed traumatized. She ran off.
Well, I reckon that's good news. Poor thing. She'll be back in time. She and Anhar were sweethearts.
Ask why he doesn't go to collect the bodies of the
We
fallen.
will, once the Reds turn down the alarm a bit. They're jumpy as all hell for the moment. Won't do anyone any good to raise a ruckus now.
Change the subject. Say you've heard there have been a string of murders against Majda's driftwood.
Don't insult me. I wouldn't expose my people like that. But if you find out who did it, shake their hand for me. Whatever needs doing. Isn't that obvious?
Good. I'll check it
One
out.
more thing. Like I said, Mordus is a sorcerer. Maybe if there's something you want to find out from him, you might want to ask before I have my word with him. Here, you can take this off my hands. More suited to your kind, really. Good luck.
Okay, ele me deu?
Mordus is working for the order. What
Fancy
say you?
dagger. Opa. Faz onde começa.
Working for
Dois
the DO,
soquetes.
I bet. You're one of us. How could you do it?
I heard rumour Mordus is working for the order. What say you? Come, sister. What did you think was gonna happen? You're making this much harder than it needs to be.
Ok.
Yes.
Biffan approaches you, a drink in his hand and a wide smile on his face. He clearly feels at home in this.
Want a drink?
Nope.
He grins and gives you a dramatic.
Right you are. Better save the world first.
We ain't gonna keep you around much longer.
Better get out there before Mordus makes it all the way.
Step off, lest you wanna
Ok. Eu posso só passar por aqui? Vou tentar lá. Ah, os caras estão plantando Drudanai. Drudanai.
Who was it that sent you?
E aí?
Better not be
Agora-
giving boss a hard time.
Não, tudo bom. Uou, gostei das espadas. Fica também. Ótimo, waypoint aqui. Acho que já descobri, né? Então eu tenho Aran, the Raucous One, Onal, the Boastful One, Grisha, the Philosophical One. Philosophical one.
Good God. Is there a void woken down there? Must be one strong force field keeping it inside.
Meu Deus,
Who in their right mind would keep a void woken locked up like this?
In the shadows, a dwarven woman spits obscenities down upon a caged void woken. She exudes a powerful air of menace and an even more powerful odor of old sweat and dried blood. She spies you and...
More fodder for the arena. Let Murga the champion test how good your reflexes are.
Curling her torn lip back over broken teeth, she grabs your hand and pulls you down to the ale-soaked table. Never losing eye contact, she begins arm wrestling you.
Okay. Brace yourself and give it everything you got.
She
You want to
glimmers
win.
in and out of view, merging with the shadows. Crowing, she slams your hand down into the table, hard enough to draw blood.
Oh.
You need to practice more, dear. Try some pull-ups before you even think about going one-on-one with me. I bested that void woken below us, you know. Dragged that scaly lump down there with my own 2 hands. So, since you can't hope to beat me, what is it you want down here?
Eu vou dar o fora, não vou conversar com ela agora. Qual o KP dela? Uau! 1200, ela é forte só. Ok, então. Esse lugar todo aqui é muito mais forte do que eu. Eu preciso upar de alguma maneira primeiro. O que é aquilo? Ok, deu uns cliques, maneiro. Tá, Sebili. Clique aqui. Mas o que foi esse clique? Ah, tem outro clique aqui. Oh. Tá, Pain. Ok. Nossa. Ceremonial Dagger, Coin Purse. Ok. Né? Lore Master 2? Não tenho Lore Master 2. Eu tenho Lore Master 2. Nossa. Huntsman e Hydrofist. Uau. Muita armadura. Eu tava pensando em mudar esse cara, deixava ele com a espada de uma mão só. No final das contas o dano é muito pequeno, o escudo dá muita armadura mesmo. Melee weapon, requires a melee weapon. Eu posso continuar só com a melee weapon dele, né? E um escudo. Vou fazer isso. Nossa, é muito bom esse, é muita armadura, velho. vou ficar com o meu de força por enquanto. 18 de armadura eu não acho que vale a pena não. Pô, a medalha antiga é melhor do que essa cerimonial da. Ok. O que mais eu falo por aqui? O trancado. Onde decatento ano. Ganga.
Red Prince, your
Ah!
majesty, you live. Oh, much have I prayed to seven blessed Solsticer that she would keep you safe. My praise is my pride, your highness. Many long hours I have passed here. I must speak with you, Red Prince. I must speak with you of Bramos, the Wanderer.
Eu vou dizer que eu encontrei com Bramos nos sonhos, mas eu deveria encontrar ele aqui, né? E ele obviamente não tá.
Indeed, great prince, but...
He looks around the hazy room with hasted eyes.
The House of Shadows stirs.
Tell him you know of the House of Shadow stirs. Yeah.
Seven curse them for their insolence. The Honorable Bramos, too, sensed them closing in. He had no choice but to flee from Driftwood. A little ways east he went, in search of safety, to an encampment of paladins. You will find him there, Majesty. And with that, Prince of Princes, I am humbled and grateful.
He bows deeply, as reverently as one would before a god.
Ok. Então o cara foi pegar abrigo com os paladinos ao leste, aparentemente. Bem, eu acho que eu já fiz tudo que eu tenho que fazer aqui. Eu não tenho como entrar na arena ainda.
You glad you don't have to witness this sudden ill?
I'll take your order if you're polite, elf.
Alright now.
He fixes you with a stare, looks you up and down, weighs you up, the cut of your cloth, the weight of your bag. A moment passes. Then a smile creases his face. A smile carefully constructed to look friendly and authentic. A smile that doesn't reach his eyes.
Greetings, my lord. Looking to ease the pain of a decaying world? You're in the right place. Beers are ordered at the bar, but can I interest you in a nourishing bowl of stew?
Tell him you are looking for something a little more sensual. Sério? Okay.
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow as he assesses you.
Eu não quero dar em cima desse cara. Tá indo só pra
I'm sorry, I mistook you for a different kind of person. My mistake. I shall return to serving me other customers, and I wish you a good, if boring, appetite. Don't come back.
Lol.
Who gains the title most
Done.
We wait, we wander and wonder. seeking signs from the
I'll
gods.
take your order if you're polite. Elf.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
This is more like it. This room has standards.
A weathered woman in a dirty sea captain's...
The bell rings a warning and the tide is on the turn. And I without my compass. The ship is in the locker, on the bottom in the rocky shallows, and all are drowned but me. And yet, can you hear? The bell rings on. The bell haunts me yet, and it would drive me mad.
Tell her you hear no bell.
Perhaps I am already mad. But I swear I hear the bells.
Please make it stop.
She buries her head in her hands and cries.
Make it stop.
Oh, forget it.
Bastante coisa aqui.
The bell still rings. Do you hear it? Do you hear it?
Eu acho que eu tinha um sino em algum lugar.
The bell still rings. Do you hear it? Do you hear it?
Posso ter vendido.
Kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard.
And I'm saying,
then you're an idiot.
Speed. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't.
With a dip of her head, she indicates that you should talk to her companion. Then she turns back.
What do you want, reptile?
Tell her you want the very best for all people.
Huh. I want another beer and a bowl of stew. Which of us is more likely to get what they want, do you think? Guess that makes me a sinner. Perhaps you can help us settle an argument.
Ask what the disagreement is.
Thatcher here is one of my dearest friends, but she isn't the brightest.
Thatcher grins hello.
Hello.
Our mate Boris got posted to Fort Joy for consorting with lizards. And Thatcher here still fancies a turn around the park with Loverick's lizard. I say she'd be sleeping with the enemy. What say you?
What say you?
They look at you expectantly.
Suddenly think they should go consult with themselves. Wait for sure. No. Tell her they haven't lived. They have been with a lizard. Oh, tell them neither of them is worth so much as a lizard. Yes. Vou botar o 2. Tell them they haven't lived. If they haven't been with a lizard.
Thatcher looks victorious. Eden looks annoyed.
You're as bad as she is. Get lost then, you're no use to me.
Eu sou um lizard.
Eden turns back to her drink. Thatcher smiles goodbye.
Stick to your own kind is my advice.
She tips you a wink, then turns away.
What do you want, reptile? Whatever.
The bell still rings. Do you hear it? Do you hear it?
Eu não quero sair roubando todo mundo agora, tá muito cedo na aventura. Tem um baú brilhando com um cara dormindo na cama, que tá o baú. Eu tenho que roubar esse cara. O que? Eu não tenho Divinity 3? Nossa, eu tenho Divinity 1. Eu vou dormir. Só vou pra um local que dê pra salvar. Falei que vou dormir umas 3 vezes, não foi? Interessante. 3 da manhã. É. Acabou de dormir. Joguei minhas 2 horinhas hoje. tem muita coisa nessa taverna.
One night with a lizard. Then you're an idiot.
As you approach the silken-robed noble, Ifan does a double-take and laughs in recognition. He pulls you to one side.
I know this man, and he's not at all what he seems. A moment.
Wave him ahead. Vai lá, velho.
Ifan bounds forward and embraces the man, all effusive greetings. As they part, talking animatedly, the man's beard slips sideways down his face. He's wearing a disguise. Ifan laughs as he straightens the beard. They chatter away for some time, using a guttural cant you struggle to understand. At one point, the man says something and looks over at you intently. Ifan waves his hand and laughs. The man hunkers down and seems to be sketching a rough map on the floor, using an apple, some playing cards, and a fistful of threads pulled up from the carpet. Ifan claps the man on the back and turns to leave.
Well, now we know the way to the sawmill. And we know Roost thinks I'm bringing you there as part of the Godwoken contract. Roost's camped out at the sawmill.
Ok. E você, o que tem pra falar?
Roost is at a sawmill. Let's pay him a visit, shall we?
Say that only she could make the word visit sound so sinister.
She smiles. Her eyes are dark pools brimming with anticipation.
Must be an awful lot of fun toys to be had at a sawmill.
Eu gosto dessa vida.
Careful now. That's a trap.
Oh.
Here now.
Boy.
When one's in a small town, one must expect small. Have you a reason for barging into my room, sir? I've no idea what you're talking about. Now, will you be leaving my room under your own power, or will I have to whistle up my guards?
O que? Eu já vi ele falando com o Ifan. Ok. Say, didn't mean to offend. Apologize.
No harm done, I suppose. Though why I pay good money for these so-called bodyguards is another question entirely. Still, I may as well introduce myself. Baron Levere, at your service. Travels, you say? And why would you assume I'm a traveling man?
As botas.
He laughs hard.
Of all things, I wouldn't have thought my boots would give me away, but you're quite right, of course. I am traveling, yes, to Arx. Lucian's Day will be upon us soon. A celebration no man with a heart that is both as pious. I go because it is every citizen's duty, our communal obligation to chant the rites of the return and pray for Lucian's divine resurrection. That said, I do have more secular motivations as well. As a merchant, it is quite my favorite day of the year.
If the merchant you don't mind having a look at his wares.
Ears. A happy. If there's anything else you need,
Oh.
know you're always welcome.
Essa galera vende muita coisa muito boa, velho, que eu não posso comprar porque eu não tenho grana. Tristeza. Eu vou vender essa pedra. É isso que eu vou fazer. Vou um pouquinho e arranjar umas granas. O problema é que o primeiro mob que eu encontro é muito forte.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilga. You got that right.
And I'm saying,
Oh, forget it.
Eu já falei isso uns 3 ou 4 vezes, mas eu vou dormir.